in a little bit. Oh, Lord, know yourself, know your worth. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pop, boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. 0 to 100, real quick. Real quick, real quick.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love with the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot.
And they are on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early. I like that.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Green. And James pulls it down.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skill. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Now Green following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, team's first.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. It's Thompson off the drive and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. So it's the Cavaliers now. 4-point game. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that D. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's when he delivers the most.
And the dunk by Love.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Shot on the way, and that one's good. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. James dishes to Thompson, and stolen by Barnes. From past the arc, offensive rebound. Green kicks to Barnes. It's stolen by Smith. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Thompson.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. 1:16 left in the first quarter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Here's James.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg. You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. His voice carries a lot of weight, and he hasn't been shy about raising his voice on social issues either. Good to see.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Curry with a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Warriors. And speaking of LeBron's leadership, trying to will this Cavs team to a title, one of his greatest challenges.
And Kevin, the expectations are just so high. He may have had less talent around him in his first stint in Cleveland, but after winning titles in Miami, anything less seems like a step backwards.
That drops. James has got 5 now.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Barnes kicks to Thompson. And another 3 for Golden State.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Thompson with the bucket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's James. And he converts the layup. James has got 7 points in the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up. And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Here's Bogut, and he dunks it down.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. James in the post, covered by Barnes. James with the bucket. James has got 9. Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Here's LeBron, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
And he gets it to go.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And now Bogut running the floor all by himself. The 10-footer. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's 15 points for LeBron.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Smith kicks to Thompson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Thompson's got 6.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Thompson from long range. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. LeBron's got his 3rd rebound tonight. For 3, Smith. The Warriors pull it in. It's Thompson off the drive. Cans the shot from the wing. Thompson's got 10 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Smith kicks to Irving. Love outside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
There's 21 seconds left here in the second, and he gets it to go. And 12 points for Klay Thompson.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
It's stolen by Green, and here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And the rejection by Smith. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hands it from downtown. Thompson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, with LeBron and another dominant first half, how do you measure the balance between riding your hot hand and making sure the other guys around you are finding their rhythm?
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Curry, good.
That's something they need to do more of. get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting. His mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Warriors leading by 5. Thompson outside, pulls up. And it's Thompson again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That's a big boy dunk right there. Grown man sledgehammer dunk.
That was a violent attack on the rim.
Enough said on that one. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Shot from the inbound. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from James. And Curry, here we go.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And on the way from Irving for 3. No luck. So Golden State will take it the other way. And the rejection by Love. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Well, they get it back. Thompson from long range. Another 3 for Golden State.
What marksman? Their backcourt has set the tone for their whole squad.
James left side. Another 3 for Cleveland.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And he banks in the layup. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Thompson for the triple, and he gets it to go. Thompson's got 23.
He is on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
They get it back. Got it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Warriors lead by 5. It's the NBA on. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Cavaliers trail by 5. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Great touch on the 16-footer. Curry's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors. The Cavaliers shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And finished off by Bogut.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Here's LeBron, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Warriors leading by 6. Here's Bogut. Boom, he jams it straight down.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now. Now, that's some hang time. Levitation, elevation. What a pretty double clutch move there.
Well, you can afford to get fancy on your way up. You got to have that kind of space.
And space, Kevin, is what he had. The defense just a little bit Charmin tissue paper-like. I should say soft.
Really, they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. And the way they did it in the first half, I think they've got to get back to trying that. It worked for him then. It should work for him now. Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He has 8 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Good on the first, and that turns the lead to 6. And so he hits both.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
And stolen by James. Throws it up high.
We could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now nerves and tightness become a factor.
And it's becoming a battle of will right now. This is as good a game as we could have hoped for. Now that's an old school move right there. A good one, too, the fadeaway.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. That's good.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines and to have them get that good a look.
Thompson for the triple. Pass to Bogut. Goes back up. Misses off the left iron. For Cleveland, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the 4th. A tremendous offensive outburst. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Here's the break. Smith with a wide open look. Money!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Open shot, Thompson. Here's Bogut. It falls!
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball. Boy, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
26 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And Love has it in the corner. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Irving. Sinks it.
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
To the inside. Here's Thompson. Connects.
Sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this timeout here.
Thompson for three. Missed. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And, Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. This team really looked good tonight. What was the key out there?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
What a special night for him offensively. Anytime you can get a player who's going up in the 40s, you know he was feeling it. And once he got rolling, his teammates were getting him the ball and just getting out his way.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for